everybody. Welcome to the first van life many markets video. I'm T. Today we're going to be talking about van life and the market for it, everything around it. I don't know where it's going to go. This is just a market that I see as not going anywhere, and it's relatively new, and so I'm just trying to get chat up here. This is the channel that this is being streamed on, but it will be posted to the Many Markets channel. But yeah, this is a market that I don't see going anywhere, and because it's emerging, but it's also kind of established, this is a type of market that I like to look at, and just understand like what's the future of this. And so this videos we're just going to be going over. I'm probably just going to be creating a budget. The research might be all over the place since it's sort of the first of a series, and I'm just kind of digging into it. And yeah, my experience with this is like the best way to understand a market is to operate in it on some level. So if you're going to invest or just try and do something in it, helps me understand the market better. So here we have a thing of cost of van. Probably should just, this is going to be like, let's say this one's going to be high end, and this one's going to be this one's going to be low end, I guess. And I don't know how high or low these are going to be. I guess we'll sort of see. We might end up doing something else too. I'll do that. And we'll do this. I don't know if, whatever. I don't know if I like that. So just sort of writing stuff out and brainstorming it. Maybe, I'm not sure what we're going to start with. Liability insurance. I guess we're just going to start with, this is going to be a guess. Low end. Guess. Actual. I haven't really thought this out at all. This is just like, this is what I do sometimes when I'm thinking through stuff. I just look at like, I just create a spreadsheet and I start typing stuff in, and then I leave it alone and then change it from there. So for liability insurance, guess, I don't really know. I think like, so let's say car. So for liability insurance for a car, maybe this has changed. Let's say it's gonna be, is this right? If you know, let me know. It used to be like $20. You could get away with $20 if you perfect driving record, whatever. Maybe say $30, 25 maybe, 28. Depreciation, man. I guess this is like a tax thing. Depreciation in terms of, but it could be, we could look at it a different way. So so I think maybe the best place to start is going to be with the cost of the van. And so I'm going to say, we'll probably just look cost of car. So van trader, van life trader. I don't know what I'm gonna see here. Man, this site is so bright. Let's do price lowest, whoops, to start. And these are really high end to me, right? Like, do governmentdeals.com. Deals, governmentdeals.gov. I'm typing that in weird because I want it to be a search. Govdeals.com. Government surplus auctions. We will look at the low end here. I thought it was a .gov. View Canada. This doesn't. Government deals website on van. Sorry, I'm like, I just remembered this was a thing after watching a YouTube video. Oh, this is 4 federal agencies. Let's just see what's here. Wants me to register. That's not like a normal. What is the website where government deals, where government where old government vehicles are auctioned off? Govauctions.org. I think it should be a .gov thing. See, like this. Look at this Tessie. It's like, I don't really get why it's so cheap. Yeah, it's just the nature of the thing, I think. So let's do find your car. Let's do, it's by brand, but we really want to search I want to see auto auctions. Begin search. Search for a vehicle. Express van, a Chevrolet Express van. Is this a thing? I don't really understand. I don't think this is the correct website. It's pretty annoying. USA.gov. There we go. We want a .gov thing. Auctions of government-owned vehicles that are in good condition and ready to drive. Again with the make thing. Let's just do Ford. Let's just see what's... Ford is one that is... and van. The Ford Transit, 59K. This is the first one. View sale event. I mean, so this, it doesn't even have like a price here. Let's see what the sale event is. October 7th, so that's 4 days from today. Must be registered. First, I want to confirm USA.gov. We're going to confirm. Can I bid online at... All right. What else is there? I want to get out of this. This .org BS. Let's get out of this thing. So what I really want to see is an e-transit. But I don't know how long it's going to be before we have those up here. I mean, this is a 2022. I know the Ford e-transit was I think they first started getting made in 2022. So let's see if we can search for that. Specifically looking for electric, if possible. Yeah. Type isn't a thing. Fuel type. Maybe this. Diesel, gas, electric. What does it have? 0 total number of vehicles. Okay, so that's not that's not a thing. I wonder if all these have. We'll look at the 2019 one. Looking for a price. Also October 7th. So this is like a batch of them, I guess, that all get sold the same time. I'm trying to look at the most recent models because it's just in kind of newer is better, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, all right. So these are not, there's no prices here, which is not. GSA, I want to know the difference between these. We'll do GSA auctions. GSA fleet vehicles. Is this where we already were? It does look like where we already were. Just confirming. State and local governments. Buying from the U.S. government. I mean, you know, I don't. No, this isn't it. I don't really care so much, I don't think, where the vehicle comes from. So yeah, so there's no prices on these. I guess we can do. I'm thinking Craigslist, but I'm trying to decide which state. We'll do what are the best states to buy a vehicle from. This is going to have to do with things like salt damage and from roads, lower taxes. Look, let's say Delaware. We'll just do this, biggest city in Delaware. And then we'll do Wilmington. Okay, so Wilmington, Delaware, Craigslist. And we're gonna go to for sale, and we're gonna go to. It's gonna say cars, but I'm wondering if there's also cars and trucks. I'm wondering if there's also like a vans thing. I kind of doubt it. I don't think there is. So Craigslist is probably where I got my first car or second car. I think it's second car, kind of. I don't know, something like that. I don't know where people do. I mean, you could do Carfax or whatever. We could do Carfax too. This is kind of that might be better to look at like vans for sale. No, work vans for sale. Whoops. Haven't been coding lately, so my typing's been sloppy. I guess work vans for sale. Valuecargovans.com. Inventory, cargo vans. Right, that's what we want, I think. Right, this is, you see up here, this is the space where you could stand. 36,000. So I kind of just want to start with this because finally we get some numbers. One owner. So this is going to be like in terms of a thing that's reasonable. Low end, high end, low end car. Maybe we'll do a DIY thing too. And that's going to be like basically like a total fixer upper thing, or like, I don't know if we're going to build a van yourself, but we're just getting numbers down here. So I don't know why the Sprinter is like the 64. No, this is the wrong thing. I don't like that site. Let's close some of this stuff. Yeah, all right. We'll start with this. Because it doesn't seem like the bougie search site. It just seems like, I don't know. At least it doesn't see as bougie. Man, the spreadsheet's already a mess. So we'll go here. I'm just saving the links so that I have them. Let's do this. This is a Ford Transit. What's it say? I gotta get this better here. 36.5. $36,500. We'll go like, what's this? I'm just trying to get some numbers here. Oh, I can't do that. I'm trying to select multiple. I don't know LibreOffice that well. That's what we're using. This isn't like Excel, so yeah, if you have recommendations for making it faster, shortcuts, I'm happy to use the keyboard instead. Okay. So 36.5, we'll call that the high end for now. Mainly because I think, let's see, we'll do rename and we'll call this beginner van lifer. And then we'll do a second market here that'll be experienced van lifer. And the experience, we can go vans for sale, and we'll go van life, vans for sale. We'll go to that bougie site, Van Life Trader, I guess. Look at this. Like the lowest one, sort by price, and the lowest one is like, what does it say? Did it even sort by price? It doesn't look like it worked. The lowest one's 64,000. Let's do this Mercedes Sprinter, and we'll do paste, and we'll do, what does this say? Oh, I very much am not enjoying the other site. I even saw one that's already cheaper. It was like 59, but this site's no good, so we'll do that, right? So now we have a market for things. It's like, oh, you already want the whole thing built out. It's for people who already want that. And then for the low end, we're just putting this in because it's what we have right now, but I don't know if that's going to stay our low end. So what do we get? So what does a person get who, all right, we'll just assume we are the market, right? What do we get for this, right? We get this van. It's got these cargo racks that maybe we could sell. And then what's all this business? This, right? Like the whole thing with this is like, I see this looks like exposed wiring to me, which I saw one person complain about. I think probably the reason that they do this is to make it more easy for maintenance. Like if you have to fix something with the wiring. That's my guess. I do not know. Let's say transit T. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to say, can you stand up in... So there's a big difference between people who stand up in their vehicles. All right, you can stand in that. Wait, what? Interesting, 6 feet. High roof. Oh, so there's an option with the roofs. Okay. So you get the van at different roofs. All right, so maybe we'll type that in and we'll go. Did it specify? Because that might be a difference. Okay, that says low roof. So I'm just going to put a note there. I'm going to break these out. This is just too much on one sheet. So we're going to put the car on this sheet. And because this is how, right, like a lot of people get into this world by like just they start to live out of their car and they upgrade. This is the research that I've found so far. Okay, so look at this. See, this one has no roof, and then this one does have a roof. This one, no roof at 20,000. The other one had it about, what was that, 32,000? I wonder if that's a filter. Look at this. That is a filter. Hi. So this is gonna, I mean, right? Like if you're a short, this changes things. Look, like, just according to this AI, we're gonna assume it's correct. What's its sources? Quora, Reddit, vanlivingforum.com. We're gonna go to vanlivingforum. There might be useful information there. So for a high roof, right? For someone who's, if someone's less than 4 feet 9 inches, you get the low roof, saves you 10 grand, whatever, right? You get the medium roof, 6 feet. Right, there's some people that are over 6 feet and they'll want the high roof. Let's look at the difference between high and mid. There's 8 total vans. So we see some mids here. Oh, these mids are 32. Is that? Yeah, it's 26. And this is 26.8. Yeah, so the mid roofs are 26.8. The high roof 45, high roof 32.8, and 36.5. All right, we're gonna clean this up more. We'll make a DIY sheet. And if you have something specifically you want me to build out more, like put it in the comments or in chat. Just used to doing analysis like this. I kind of want to just get to, I want to type in some numbers here. We haven't really been doing that. Beginner van life, high, low. Okay, let's say high roof. This will be the high roof sheet. And we're going to kill this number because that's no longer accurate. This number, okay, we got the high roof 32.8. We'll do 32.8. That's gonna be, we might get rid of the guest row altogether. No, we need the guest row for other stuff. Okay, so maintenance. I have no idea. I'm just typing numbers in here to have something. I'm not going to think about this. I'm just going to get some numbers on paper so I can get sort of a final number. Depreciation. I'm going to assume the van lasts a person 7 years, and that's entirely because it feels right. So this will depreciate. Let's say it depreciates to 0 over 7 years. That's like, there's not fancy finance there, right? Like that's like, so it drops that much in value every year. I don't think that's actually true, right? Build out a van. So that's going to be like, I don't know, I want to make this a little bigger maybe. So build out a van. I'm going to do insulation walls. So insulation, because we want to break down the insulation because it's like, it's going to change the heating setup. And the heating setup, I think, actually really matters, depending on what a person's plan is. But like, let's get some data. Can we get some data here? Data on van lifers. I want to know who, like, what's percentage of who, what are people doing with these things? But I think the difference between having insulation and not having insulation is huge. So liability insurance, I'm just going to call it double that of a car. What do we write for car? We wrote 28. I'm literally just going to tie this, so I'll do equals. I'll go to car, and then I'll do the little star symbol, and then times 2. That's just what we're calling it. We're going to call the high-end liability the same. So we'll do that. I don't know why what we got A2. I don't want to get too Excel-y here. I don't have the brain power for that right now. We're just going to make this equal to the liability, and then we're going to go times 2, and then we're going to go, we'll put all this in parentheses. Is this going to work? We'll see. But again, my Excel syntax is not amazing. Then we'll just do plus, I have no idea. I kind of just want to say $200. I want to say $150. And we'll do plus this. And we're just going to do, I don't know why I'm doing this in a different cell. Full coverage. And then this we'll do 150. And you see that pops up to 206. Depreciation. We'll do the same thing here. Divided by 7. I don't really know. Maybe those depreciate slower. We change that. Maintenance, let's call this 3,000. I literally just tripled the low end. I have no idea if that's accurate. So there was this van lifer, sheep's wool insulation, Oregon. Let's assume we're going to do some sustainable thing, right? Van lifers, like, I bet a lot of them like sustainable stuff. 5 pounds for $42. What is this? $2. $2 per linear square foot. All right, we'll do this. We're going to use the sheep's wool for insulation on the high end, I guess. And we'll do 42 for 5 pounds. How much volume does 5 pounds of sheep's wool take up? Yeah, it can vary, but come on, let's get some rough numbers. Several cubic feet. Oh man, I have no idea for this. All right, so several cubic feet. What is? That's greater than volume, compressed bale, uncompressed. I have no idea, man. How much does it cost to insulate a van for van life? How about that? Whoops. Between 200 and 3,000. It's like, all right, good to know. A bit of a range there. Like, what? Van insulation. Welcome to the most controversial topic of van life. Emotional debate? What's happening here? This is the problem when you like go into a market where people are like goobers, for lack of a better way of saying. The R value. This thing's gonna give me a headache. I can already tell. Spray foam, rock wool. So these are all synthetics. Synthetic, this is all stuff. Fiberglass. R value 3.2. Is higher or lower insulation good? R value mean better insulation. Where's the sheep's wool thing? I want wool. Nope, just rock wool. It doesn't. Far Out Ride doesn't talk about it. It seems. A higher R means better insulation. What has the highest R here? Okay, spray foam 6.2 or 5 or something. 5 per inch, 6.2 per inch. All right, we're gonna say. We'll just have a notes thing. Notes. Oh, so spray foam is the best apparently. Rename notes. Spray foam. Spray foam has highest R value apparently for insulation. Insulation at 6.5. This will do per inch. And then we'll go R value equals strength, power, I don't know, quality of insulation. Higher R value means better insulation. Okay, the DIY sheet. Yeah. All right, where are we? I'm just gonna call this 3,000. We're gonna go with the AI answer for now. We'll do $3,000 for the highest, and for the lowest, we can put $200. Do the same thing for walls, I guess. Walls of a van life build cost. Plywood. Plywood's really not ideal. The goal is to I don't know, really just the reason we do things on spreadsheets is to it just helps us with decision making. For it's just so helpful for finance. So much of financial life, just writing down numbers helps one thing. For a comprehensive build, one example shows that lumber for walls and ceiling, including chip hop, contributed $950 to a total build cost of $4,000, with the flooring and lumber section totaling about $1,200. What? That doesn't make sense. What, I don't get this. This doesn't. The way that's worded does not make sense to me. We're gonna make it simple. We're gonna call walls and flooring, and we are gonna say. I'll just do this. 1,200. Walls and flooring. So we're kind of getting highs and lows than what we can pick and choose for a different type of build. But this is not Ford E-Transit high top cargo vans for sale. The price is just so ridiculous, for a low end thing. Ford.com. I don't actually want to go to Ford.com. Can I close this? Used. Oh, I wrote E-Transit. That's why. Because that's electric. Nah, there's the Carfax. Okay. This might be more reasonable. Let's see if it's actually a high top. High. It doesn't say high top anywhere. Show me the photos. Doesn't look high to me. What about this one? Does it really just not say the thing? I don't even know. I hate it when I press like search, use keyword search, and it just moves the screen and nothing's highlighted. Like what? What type of garbage is that? What type of garbage is that? This is, yeah, okay. So Carfax is not like, I mean, this is literally how I'll deal with this in the future if I'm actually want to know, is I will get a Carfax account and I will email or message every single one of these people. Let's say, oh, it says high roof right here. Okay, excellent. All right, this is great. Okay, it was in the features section. But yeah, when information isn't there, it's just firing off messages, many of them. Okay, I copied this. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to do... Did I not write a source for this? If I don't have a source, then... It's somewhere over here. We're going to find the source for that real quick because I actually don't want to not have that as a thing. Okay, this is the source. Valuecargovans.com. This is actually the specific one. We'll do this, I think, right? Roof high, yeah. Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna move this. Cut. We'll just have a Vans thing over here. Vans. It's just gonna be a bunch of Vans. I don't know why. It was just, this is all data that we might clean up later, but you know, when we're just putting stuff on the paper, it's like writing, you know? You don't want to write and try and edit your writing at the same time. You just brain dump and go back to it later. No such thing as good writing, only good editing, right? That's a quote. All right, where were we? So this other one is 23 G's. Yeah. So it's 23. Oh, 25. These are two separate ones. Does this one say hi? View full list. High beam assist? No. Roof? Medium roof. That's a medium roof. We won't look at that right now. Okay, 25,995. And we're gonna do, I don't know why this is this. Oh, that moved, it's copying from the cell over elsewhere. So, let's see, we need to adapt this to just be E8 and not Vans E8. Why did it not work? Oh, it's because it's I11. That looks right. Right? Divided by what, 7? Sure. That's okay. What number are we at? We're gonna do 0. We'll assume no flooring here. And we'll just do a little explanation real quick, which is because we don't need a guess for this. These will be like money, and then we'll say installation note. This is a gas based on LM answer. And then we'll just copy that down. Does that work? Control R. What'd I do? I just made it in the middle. I just did something annoying. Okay. Assumes no walls or flooring. Right, this is like more of a like, oh, just take the stuff out and put a mattress or whatever in there. Let's do, I'm just remembering thing. Let's do bed, refrigeration. What else goes in a van? Stove, toilet, shower, sink. Sorry for party rockin'. It's funny, this is just the type of thing that I'm always doing all the time forever, that like I think people don't get. I think a lot of people only like do this when they feel like they have to, and I'm just like, this is like my hobby. Like my hobby is like learning about things and breaking them down. So all right, we're gonna say bed for the low end. We'll say $50. That's a Craigslist IKEA twin mattress. Refrigeration, let's say $50. Now this is we'll do Facebook Marketplace, right? Facebook Marketplace. Now we'll just do used. Who knows what's gonna be the thing? Refrigeration 50, used mini fridge, stove. We'll do. Oh, this reminds me we're gonna need power, so we'll do battery. Power system. And we're going to make this bigger because we're going to break this down. We'll do 12. And then we'll do battery. We'll do BMS controller. Still figuring that stuff out. And then we'll do solar panels. Sure. I don't know what else goes into that. It's not my expertise. We'll do cooking stove. I have no idea. We'll say 2 electric, 2 used electric burners. Call that 50. I have no idea. Toilet. Let's call this 100. Not really sure. What is this Carfax business right here? I think this should probably be up there. Just want to confirm. Rain makes corn. 25,995. Yeah, it's supposed to be there. Do that, and we'll just do used toilet, shower. Man. We'll go with 0 and we'll go none, right? None. Shower at gym. And we'll write gym membership down here. I'm gonna assume 30 Planet Fitness all over the United States. Those are all guesses. This is the guess column. So these are all guesses. We'll bold that. Maybe it stands out a little more. Power system. Oh, I don't want to look at this at all. It's research. Whatever, we'll probably just do it. Sink. Okay, I'm just gonna put 0 for now. 0 is no sink. This is gonna come way down. I don't think the van's like, this is the 25 grand. I think it's gonna come down to like, I don't know, somewhere between $500 and $5,000 probably. For the total fixer-upper thing. Did that just autosave? That's tweaking me out. Okay. We're gonna base it entirely off the refrigerator. Then we'll do, I'm just going to do bare bones. Rename bare bones. This is going to be no refrigerator. I'm just doing this because this is stuff I can write out without thinking or doing research, and it helps the research go faster in my opinion. So I'm just going to copy this entire thing. And we're going to go bare bones. And so we're going to go toilet. $5. Bucket. Cooking stove. We'll keep the cooking stove. Refrigeration. 0. None. Work vans with high miles for sale. And we'll go insulation 0. Blankets. We'll write blankets down here. Blankets. We'll keep the bed the same. So these are, I mean, I guess I could put all the expenses here. I kind of want to do, well, it'll probably get broken up, but, gas for cooking stove. Back to Carfax. Price low to high. Did that do anything? Refresh. It didn't seem... Is that accurate? It doesn't feel accurate at all. Can any website on the internet price low to high? Did I price high to low? Like, what's wrong with this? Like, how bad is web design? This is garbage. This is like all terrible. I can see why, alright, there's just so much room for, alright, New York City Craigslist time. It's just so terrible. Yeah. Max 5,000. Here we go. Chevy Express 3,500. Ooh, the 2001 Ford E150. I kind of want to know real quick what's the difference. What's the difference between a Ford E150, E250, and E350? Okay, it's the drivetrain, so it's how much it can tow. What's the capacity? 1,800 to 3,000 pounds, let's just say. Bare bones. E150 capacity. 1,800 to 3,000 pounds. All right, this is now our low end. This is our bare bones. Paste. Copy. We'll do. Whoops. We'll do 2,000. And we'll do This is a Ford E150 on new YC Craigslist. I chose MYC because I knew it would actually have options, and I was tired of messing around with those garbage van trader sites. And we'll do miles. We'll just write this down, 180,000. 180,000. Do that as a number. Move the decimals. There's a rebuilt title, which means, I don't know, I think it means he got in an accident. What is this error? Circuit blank? I can't read this error. This is terrible. This is like you just get into this stuff and like somewhere in, what is that? Somewhere in, is that Brooklyn or Queens or something? I don't know. I've forgotten New York geography. That's what it looks like. It does look long. Okay, that doesn't matter. We're looking at this too long. We know it's a thing. So let's get a total cost here. Low end. And we'll do equals sum. Plus. I'm just like, all right, we'll do sum now. Low end. Ugh, all right, whatever. Plus. This is so slow. It's like, okay, that's the super low end. Super low end is like that much. Maybe we'll go to a different. We'll go back to. Just wanted to know the bare bones thing. So what are we at for this low end? We're at what was that? I don't know how to do, like, I want to do plus and then sum. Can I do that? Down here? Because you see what's going on with the cells, because one's guess, and did that work? That kind of looks like it worked. So obviously that's a big difference, right? And then the high end, for the high end, we're already looking at like, you know, you could just with the van alone, it's higher than the medium sort of thing that we have going here. That's not gonna work. Let's say sum. Is that gonna work? Nice. Okay. We'll highlight these to make it more obvious. And then we can have our bare bones in the corner here. We'll do that. It's gonna be this. And we'll make that a thing too. Okay, so we can see here that like the difference in prices are like, right, it's vast. The van life market is vast. And so if I was trying to develop or sell to this market, who's who I want to sell to? I want to sell to the high end people, probably right off the bat. Cause the thing is like things sort of, the low end is always becoming more like the high end. Mostly, maybe not always, but like in terms of efficiencies and whatnot. So like we kind of want to aim for how can we improve this lifestyle? And that kind of just happens at the high end. Unless you take a high end product and you try and make it cheap or whatever. I'm going to close some stuff here because I'm thinking on what I want to do next. And that's what I do when I just make sure I've sort of what's the word? Milked all the things that I pulled up. Oh, the VA Living Forum. What's new? New posts. What's new in this market? Is this a place where people congregate? Boondocking winter. What's boondocking? So like when learning a market, most of it, like anything one learns, I find that it's always like, it's always just terminology. It's always learning terminology. Staying in an RV, van, or tent without access to utilities, like, yeah. Okay. So let's look at the different lifestyles. Let's look at rename campgrounds. We'll do one that's boondocking. Campgrounds year round. Call this a guess of 30 a night times 365. 10 grand, 11 grand for campgrounds year round. Does that sound right? Starlink. Other internet. What's Starlink a month? $100? $150? I don't know. 50? Say that's a bad one. I think I'm reaching the end of my sort of energy for this right now. So I'm gonna call it. I think we'll see if there's anything else on here, but I'm just tired. So, what are you reading? Let's see at this post. What are the van lifers reading? This post is like 4 years old. Oh, is it all of this new posts? Why is this one from 2021 here? Cabinet doors, what material to use? I should probably write that, like, low end. I gotta write, everything goes in the high end, right? Cabinets. Data on van lifers. 51, oh great. 51% of van lifers reside in their vans full time, with 44% living with another person and 36% living alone. Where's the other 20%? Show me the source. What's 2? I want to see that source. Thriveway.com. 51% of van lifers reside in their vans full time. 30% live alone. 40% live with one other person. Where's the other percent? Like, do they live with multiple people? 43% of van lifers live in cargo vans. 18% passenger. Only 13% live in iconic Volkswagen and 6% live in RVs. 28% bathe by utilizing a gym membership. 21% is with built-in shower. 35% have a built-in toilet. Okay. We're just going to say data on van life. thrivemyway.com. What is this website? It's for digital nomads. Is that a thing? Whatever. Okay, we don't care anymore. The van life trend is prominent on social media. Let's check Google Trends. And we'll go van life. Interest over time. This is good. But we want to see 2004 to present. Excellent. Let's do that. So yeah, so as we can see, this is I don't know what these numbers are. 28, 27. Like, what are these? There's more searches in Colorado and Wyoming, Vermont. So, okay. But whatever this metric is, like, it's 2025, 52, right? Like, all this stuff is up from 2016. 2016 to me was like the beginning. I guess that's when it popped on my radar. And like, maybe not, it's like completely the beginning, but you know, it really popped 2017, right? And it's just up and up and up. And then what is this? September 2021. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's like a year out of COVID and people are like, let's go. Or a year from when COVID started, whatever. So yeah, I mean this trend is just up. And I think it's even up with Google being used. Is Google used less? I don't actually know. Yeah, I don't expect it to go down. I don't know why it would. So wow, that one's tore up. But really, like, I don't know. I guess, like, valuing these things is, like, well, you look at the body work, you look at the mechanics. You're going to have a rating for that. Electrical of mini fridge. Alright, maybe we'll do that next time. Maybe we'll do it this time. 56% of van lifers spend between 101 and 300 on gas monthly. That's a lot, I feel. Well, it depends, I guess. But, like, 300 on gas a month is, like, almost $100 a week. What's that? 75 a week or something? 38% spend nothing on campsites. Pets accompany 40% of van lifers. Wow, that's a lot. Over 140,000 Americans lived in vehicles like vans or RVs as of 2019. Okay. Good data. Or just, like, helpful. Okay. All right. I think so. Next time I'll probably do electric. We'll understand the Well, let's see. 50 to 100 watts. How big of a solar setup do need to have to support 50 to 100 watts of support a 50 to 100 watt refrigerator? 200-watt solar panel. 200-watt solar panel. And we'll do 100H battery. 100H battery. All right. Literally just do this battery 200 revolt 100H battery. We'll call this 200. Uh, 200-watt solar panel. Let's call this 179. And we'll merge these cells. We'll say this is the minimum, I think, to keep a mini fridge running full time. What items are needed for a solar setup for a mini fridge? Low end 33, and they'll do plus liability. Let's legally have to have liability, and we'll do plus maintenance. Is that 28 grand? Something like that. All right. Several components. A charge controller. Inverter for mini fridge. For 100-watt mini fridge. It's just, where's shopping? See, this is where I start to glaze over it. Like, and I'm interested in this stuff, but come on. 300-watt pure sine wave inverter. No, just tell me a number. I have no idea. No idea. I'm going to say $200. Inverter to make power go from DC to AC. Vice versa. I don't know which one goes which. We'll just write 200. We're going to say these are actual, actually. Whoops. No. What do I have there? Yeah, this is getting messy. What is here? This is actual. We just want to move these over. Those are lightly researched. That might be wrong, but it is something. 100 watt BMS. Watt BMS. Battery management system. Ugh. 100 watt. Controller. For solar panel to battery. Could have just looked up a kit to start with. Kit with PMS charge controller. All right, we're gonna assume this comes with a controller. Assumes it comes with controller. Okay. Okay, so I want to know how to do formatting. Is there conditional? This is excellent. Okay, look. More rules, color scale. Look at this. We're going to do conditional formatting, right? Can we do this? I wonder if it's going to complain that we're not numbers. Conditional color scale. Min, red, percentile, max. We want to switch these. Is there a switchy button? I'm not going to switch these. We're just going to get used to it, I guess. So as you can see, the things that are red are 0. What, this yellow is so bright. I mean, we can just change this thing. I just don't. I'm being whiny about it. Let's just do purple. Is that okay? Maybe lighter? I don't love it, but let's see what we can do here. Blue. Okay, whatever. The goal, we'll do bold. The goal is to, right, this sort of highlights, we can see like what is costing the most here. And like, and by how much, right? Like we sort of see, oh, this is orange, and as it's yellow is more middle, and it's this conditional formula, or this is green. It could be a little better, I think. I don't know, whatever. But it shows it's doing like the lower numbers are closer to the red, which I want the opposite, right? We want that to be high, but I just wanted to show that this was a thing, because it's really useful for like understanding, for just like highlighting format, conditional color scale. We'll switch this one. We'll do minimum is green, dark green 3. And then we'll do, this is red. I guess this wasn't that hard to switch. I was being kind of weird about it. But, yeah. So, right, because let's say a person ideally wants to pay less. This is your cost. So, so for this, right, for the low end, the maintenance is half the amount. And we kind of see like, I'm going to switch these two. But for this, the maintenance is just yellow, right? We can do this one too. Format, conditional, color scale. Min is going to be green. Can I save this somehow? Gotta work on this software. Is this green? We'll do red and we'll go okay. So I'm gonna switch this. But then for the most expensive thing, I haven't built this out at all. But we see like campgrounds really cost a lot. The van costs a lot, the campgrounds cost a lot. The vans relatively cost a lot no matter what, but I think the bare bones, like it's just when you look at something that's only a $2,200 starter lifestyle, right? Or something like that. Like the cost of the van is huge, and then the maintenance is going to be huge. And this is obviously like this is super messy, but the maintenance isn't gonna change a whole lot. I mean, maybe it will, depending on how much you do yourself and like how much you got to be specialist people, whatever. But, well, I guess I should dig into that more because it's not maintenance is an ongoing thing, whereas these are one-time expenses. So we'd have to build out a balance sheet and an income statement type situation, which maybe we'll do. Probably not today. I keep forgetting which one's the teal and which one's the green. There we go. Yeah, I think that's enough for today. Yeah, so I hope this was helpful to people. Let me know if there's anything you want me to build out more in the comments. I probably, I expect I'll do more videos like this. It'll be a series, but this was just sort of a start. Boondocking means not paying for camping, it seems. And yeah. Cool. See you in the next one. And again, this one will be posted on the Many Markets YouTube channel. Say hello.